minutes.
Well, hello, welcome back to my kitchen. If you're new here, I'm Tina, and this is Hanging with Frugal Tina. As always, welcome everybody. So today we're going to do a video from necessity, and I'll tell you what. I have this bag of coleslaw. It's starting to turn purple because I've had it so long. And I have this bag of broccoli slaw that's getting a little, just a beat behind the other one. So I don't want to have all that in my refrigerator. So I had to figure out what was I going to do with this and this in the same meal. And I came up with an idea. We're going to make these, they're like Sloppy Joe, but they have all of this mixed in. I think they're called Turkey Slaw Sloppy Joes or something like that. I found it on Google. I did write the recipe down, but we're going to do this today because I'm going to get rid of these two things out of my refrigerator. So without further ado, let's get it. Let's go. Let's heat up those pots. Come on. All right, here's everything I dug out of my refrigerator and freezer to make this meal. I had some hamburger buns. We got the tricolor coleslaw that's going left. We got our broccoli slaw. I have some leftover chopped up onions and some yellow and red pepper. I have a small can of tomato sauce. I have some ground turkey. You're also going to need 1/4 of a cup, or before I go into this, you could use a can of Sloppy Joe mix. I don't like it. I like to make it at home. That's why tomato sauce is out there. So you're going to need about 1/4 cup of brown sugar. You're going to need 1/2 cup of ketchup, some garlic powder and onion powder. I believe it's 1/2 of garlic, 1/4 of onion, some of the W sauce, 2 tablespoons, and a teaspoon of prepared mustard or yellow mustard. So first thing we're going to do is move it on over to the frying pan. All right, to my large pan, I'm going to add ground turkey. If you have ground beef, ground pork, whatever you want to use, that's on you. I'm going with the ground turkey. I use it all the time. All right, so we're going to let this start to cook, and we're going to add some onions in just a moment. All right, just a minute. I wanted the pan to get good and hot. In goes an onion. It was a large onion, but we don't mind onions, so now all we're going to do is we're going to cook this until it's done. That's funny. Until the meat is crumbly and there's no more liquid in the pan and it's no longer pink. We're about halfway through. I'm going to throw in the equivalent of 1 big pepper. This is 1/2 of a yellow, 1/2 of a red. It usually calls for green for this recipe for Sloppy Joes, but that's what I have. Okay, we're going to finish cooking that until the peppers are tender. All right, to this, you're going to add your Sloppy Joe mix if you have it. If not, you're going to do what I'm doing. 1/2 cup of ketchup. Teaspoon of mustard. Two tablespoons Worcestershire sauce. 1/2 teaspoon garlic, 1/4 teaspoon onion. 8 ounces tomato sauce. Sometimes I add some white vinegar to it. If it doesn't have enough punch, and I'm missing something. Where's the sugar? All right, and I'm coming in with 1/3 cup of sugar or 4 tablespoons. Now, you don't have to add that much if you don't like. You could do 2 to 4. We like it on the sweeter side. So I know some people may not like it like that. All right, so I'm gonna give that a nice mix. To this, we're going to add the coleslaw. Or the broccoli slaw at this point. Hold on. I have my heat down to like a medium low while I'm adding all of this in here. In goes the broccoli slaw. Let's get that a good mix, and then we'll add the coleslaw. Whoops. Okay. Going to add in some of the coleslaw now. I may have to add more of the sauce mixture, but I'm going to let it cook down first before I decide if I have to add anything to it. Because it's what I saw, it said add 1 can of Manwich sauce or whatever it is. All right, so I'm going to give this a really good mix. All right, that's mixing through really, this is making a lot of food. We're gonna let that cook down a little bit. So I put a lid on it. It's been cooking for about 2 minutes. We're gonna take a look at it. It's got enough liquid from the cabbage. And once it's wilted down, it's soft enough to our liking, it's done. But I'm gonna give it a taste because I didn't add any salt and pepper, and we have to see if it needs it. All right, so I feel like it needs some tomato paste. It doesn't have a deep enough flavor, and I always have it frozen. So I'm gonna break up a couple of pieces. It needs a deeper taste. I don't know how else to explain it. And it does need salt and pepper. Gotta add some salt, quite a bit. Gotta add a bunch of pepper. And give that a mix. I don't want to cook it too long because it'll get too wilted. All right, so we're just gonna let that mix together, and I think we should be good. All right, so it needed a little bit more Worcestershire sauce. I put about another tablespoon or so in there. I think it's fine now. It really depends on how sweet you like it, on how much sugar you put in there. But that was it. It just needed the extra Worcestershire sauce and that deeper taste of the tomato paste. That is done. So we're gonna start plating up. I'm gonna toast the hamburger buns under the broiler. All right, so we're just gonna start plating it up. Try to figure out which was the bottom and which was the tops. Ooh. Ooh. Hot. Oh boy, that looks yummy. Nice thick sandwich. You could put some melted cheese on top if you'd like. You know what? I think I'm gonna put a little piece on top of one. All right, I'm gonna try one with a little pinch of cheese on it. Just to see. Hopefully it'll melt down before I bite into it. We're gonna give that a go. Now I'm gonna meet you at the table.
If you get any benefit at all from my content, you can help me out by clicking like, share, commenting, and definitely hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video.
We're at the table. All right. Eric said he thinks he's going to eat 3. I'm going to try the one with the cheese on it. Hopefully it's a sloppy sandwich, so sorry if it falls out. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. Let's go for it. Mmm.
Mmm.
A little bit messy, but I got my napkins over there.
That's really good.
Like that? It's got a good chew to it because of the cabbage and everything in there. Do you taste the broccoli? I do.
I didn't even know there was broccoli in it. But that's really good.
You didn't taste it. All right. Well, mine tastes good with the cheese. Let me taste a piece over here without the cheese.
I smelled it cooking when I was upstairs.
Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna have 3. I didn't even know what it tastes like yet. Yeah, it's good either way. Either way. All right, let me get the others fed, and we'll see what they think about it, because I got it everywhere. I need a napkin. All right. Bye-bye. Dinner's over. How'd we do? Boom! They didn't finish, but let me tell you, they gave it a good college try. These 2 piles over here are to make Trey's sandwiches. He hasn't eaten yet. I just wanted to show you how much was left over. And I'm going to tell you the amount of sandwiches they had. Eric had 2 on a bun, 2 on bread, 2 bread sandwiches. Aiden had 2, Tyler had 2, and I had 2. And look how much is still there. So already we had 10. That'll be 11, 12 for Trey, and then that's left over as well. Well, let's see what they thought about it if you haven't already guessed. Eric, tell me what you thought.
I think it was really good. I really liked the way all the flavors combined.
Yep. And before he even ate it, he said he was going to have 4.
I was thinking.
Oh, go ahead.
I really liked the way the flavors combined. I really liked the crunch, and I really liked the way everything tasted together.
All right. Aiden, what'd you think?
I loved it, and I loved the crunch.
All right. Tyler?
This meal was absolutely good. I love your dinner. It's very delicious.
Thank you. I liked it. I was really iffy on this one. I was like, I don't know if they're going to like it or not, because usually I can kind of gear my meals towards what I think they'll like. I wasn't really sure about this one. My critique would be it probably could have used just a pinch more of the, for me anyway, because I like things saucy, a pinch more of the sauce. But other than that, I thought it was phenomenal. And I ate 2. Normally I eat 1, maybe a half of one, because I'm not a big eater, but I downed 2 on a bun. So there you have it. I hope you try it. I hope you like it. Leave me a comment either way. See you later. Bye.